Hello there, I am Adam Allen Henderson. I am the head of Three's Company 9 and this podcast, Chat and Chill. This is the first episode of Chat and Chill. I am joined by our lovely, lovely friends at Three's Company 9. First up, we have Ross Hare. Would you like to introduce yourself, Ross?
Hey guys, my name's Ross Hare. I'm the co-producer of some of the skits that might be coming up on the channel.
Oh yeah, definitely. He'll be a main focus, main actor on the channel. I've also got our lovely guy who's recording all this, Jamie Martin.
Hey, alright, now I get an introduction for the last two bloopers.
Yeah, we tried this multiple times.
Because this is flawless.
Yeah, it's flawless.
Right.
And finally, the also lovely and sweet Liam Galloway.
So lads, great to be here.
So, basically this is kind of like a podcast thing. Not like a regular podcast. A podcast,
It's a podcast.
that's cheap and homemade. It's a podcast, yeah.
It's a podcast over
It's cheap.
Google.
It's cheap homemade,
It's a podcast
made by
over.
Xbox. Literally, we are sitting in separate houses, talking to each other over Xbox game chat, and
Soon,
We're
hopefully,
we're going to
it'll
try
be
speak
much
for about
better.
an hour.
Yeah, about random shit. Hopefully soon it'll be much better, you know, once I get the bully eyes. So, actually, I wanted to bring up something to you, Jamie. Did you hear that
No,
at E3
I meant-
Bethesda won't be
Oh,
talking about
It's fine. It's fine, bye.
Elder Scrolls?
Ah.
Or
Topic
Starfield?
that-
I heard about Elder Scrolls.
So it's the first
No,
topic, like,
First
are we
topic,
just
if you want, we'll start off with the first topic, or we can just talk about something else. It's
Good
up to you
talk,
guys. Personally,
I think the idea of a podcast is we smoothly transition into the things we're talking about. You
We
like
start off
something
with one
else?
topic
You
and then we
mentioned-
go on it, you know?
Like,
Yeah.
you mentioned Elder Scrolls, and then a big kerfuffle in the middle.
Elder
Let's
Scrolls,
start
you say?
control
Elder
this
Scrolls.
podcast here. Nah,
Aye,
but
'cause,
there's no.
And they know. What? They know
Elder
make like a
Scrolls,
new game.
Yeah, like, because they're making into the sixth one, and Starfield, which is odd. They should just make one and then go into the next one. I know that they're not going to do it E3 this year, which is a bummer because I know we're going to watch E3.
we're watching it at mine, you know?
Yeah,
We'll probably be tuning in, definitely.
Well,
What is the big deal with Elder Scrolls games, honestly?
um,
They're fictitious repeated games that just have one point A to point B direction.
Yeah,
Like a-
just like life.
I'm a bit triggered.
It's the click.
Oh, I don't. All due
Yes.
respect, I don't sit down in front of a game to live real life. I'm not playing grass cutting simulator. I'm trying to fucking sit down and play a game I enjoy.
grass simulators a thing, mate.
I know it's a thing. That's,
I believe it's called Farming Simulator.
No, grass
no,
simulator's
no.
an actual thing. I'm not joking, and it is raw.
You
Oh,
literally
serious.
you simulate grass. That is it.
It's actually
but-
Yeah,
Like,
but
they
like,
charge
I
it-
hope
but-
I hope like Elder Scrolls like 6 and Starfield
No,
and all like the
fun
clusterfuck that
fact,
was
they're
Fallout
using
6.
Like, I was reading up on this yesterday. They're using it's a photorealistic technology in their thing, which is pretty dank.
Fuck, it's grass.
Listen, grass makes the good game. I don't care about anything else. If I see dense forests, I'm pretty down.
You could take any popular AAA game and you could look at the grass, and you're telling me the grass in Grass Simulator is better than that? Look at The Witcher 3's grass.
No, that's
Look at it and
no,
go,
that's
some
not the
pretty
thing that I'm
fine
getting
grass.
at though. They've already modelled one of the NPCs. It is a old woman who plays Skyrim. She's got a YouTube channel. She plays Skyrim for ages. I think she's in
I heard
70s or
it.
80s. Skyrim granny.
I heard it.
Yeah. Basically, people wrote
Skyrim granny.
I'm not joking. People wrote a petition for her
Push-
to be in the game, and they did it because
No.
she didn't think she would
Oh, did they?
survive. She didn't think she would survive
long.
when Elder Scrolls 6 came out. So they're making her into an NPC so she can live in the game forever. Because Elder Scrolls series is her favourite
that's
series.
Sweet. Oh, that's sweet, man.
It's so
That's-
dope.
Oh, this is so warm, man. Like, imagine that you know you're gonna die in a few years before the next game comes out. Imagine yourself immortalized, you know?
Look, I'm sorry,
Make
but it's
yourself
gonna be
appear in
really,
a game.
it's going to be really bad when the speedrunners take the Elder Scrolls 6 because she'll probably be an essential NPC that you have to talk to, and it's like skip, my bitch, gone.
Skip quest.
How to troll the family even more? Get her to be killable.
No, that'd be sad, man.
That would be
I like-
sad, honestly.
Summon
Don't do that
Daedric
bit, so-
sword. Alright, boys, what's happening?
See, the problem like I always had with Skyrim was like, there's a point in Skyrim where you just kind of get, it just kind of gets repetitive. That was my problem with it.
I mean,
Like,
like, Skyrim's
can't-
got this kind of like environment to it. It's just kind of like, it's a rare
Like,
environment, but
It's
it
an
also
rare
has that kind of
environment,
thing
but
to it.
it's something that you just like.
Have fun
I don't know,
with this.
like there's so many games that's probably done it like. I want to say like, let's done it better.
You mean Grass Simulator?
Aye, photosynthesis and
No,
everything. man,
even
just-
better, right? Even better, right?
fucking sun was
Morrowind
affected.
did Grass Simulator better, honestly.
I'm
Morrowind
searching
did
it.
No, like Skyrim. No. Skyrim is a good game. I can't. It is a good game. It won Game of the fucking year. The problem is that I think our generation specifically has just been fed Skyrim so much. It's like
Grass
we got
Simulator
Skyrim.
on Steam. Grass Simulator $3.99.
They're charging $3.99 for that pish. Come on.
Or you can buy the
Are you
or you
kidding
can buy the Grass Simulator 4-pack for $11.99, so you can play with your friends.
$11.99 $11.99 for a Grass Simulator.
Yeah.
Fucking DLCs is like global warming.
I thought I jumped to PC to play like, you know, like maybe some Overwatch on PC, Counter Strike, maybe some Rainbow Six Siege. No, y'all fuckers wanna hop on to play Grass Simulator.
Oh, I can only imagine the DLC being high grass or cut grass. Being able to cut your
Cut
grass, being able to
grass.
grow your grass.
No, you can pill it
Yeah,
and
listen.
shit like that, man.
There's like a survival game mode, you have to survive against like a hedge trimmer. Like, this trimmer's coming up, but
No.
Can't move, you just
kick
stay there.
fuck.
How did this go from like Skyrim to fucking Grass Simulator?
So speaking of games, right? Even though I'm not a big fan of this game, right? I want your opinions on Mortal Kombat 11. Like the beta so far.
The beta, since... Wait, Adam, you got a chance to play beta, didn't you?
I've not had a chance though. That's the thing. I've not had a chance to.
Well,
Which is a shame, but
I'm
I've
pretty
got
sure...
the game.
Oh yeah, because Andrew pre-ordered that. Yeah. Forget
Yeah,
about
so
sure,
he
what
gets
game
that.
sharing.
Adam... Oh my god!
Fuck.
Plus 10 on just...
That's a
plus
10
two,
plus
isn't it?
card, you know?
That's a 10.
Just to point out, we're also playing Uno while doing this. This is a
Yeah.
relaxing game.
I don't feel relaxed after that.
Relaxing.
I don't
Right,
feel
for those of you
relaxed,
who
I
don't
see
know,
why.
I'm the amazing Mr. Stouts.
Also
just
known
so
as
they know.
Colgate Gator.
I'm Colgate Gator. That changes frequently depending on my mood.
Yeah.
I am Czechoslovakia, named after a fucking country and a guy.
Were you
What
named
fucking
after
country's called Chuck?
No. no. Like he was named after fucking. I remember your game at the tag was named after a Call of Duty map, was it no?
No, actually,
What type of Call of Duty map is called Chuck?
I swear he did this back
Chuck.
in before we met you. It was like one of the
It was
first
in
times I
primary?
ever went over. I swear you got
I
it off
named
with
it-
Call of Duty.
What
No,
primary
I
do you go
named
to
it-
name Chuck?
Chuck, the primary school. No, like I named it after because I got Slovakia in primary 5 as a World Cup thing. So it's like, all right, name my gamer tag after a country, but I also like the name Chuck for some weird reason.
Do you see
Just
yourself
Neo for
as a
space.
Chuck?
Do you
Like
see-
Chuck
Do you
Henderson.
see yourself as a
Chuck
menace?
Henderson, yeah. Chuck
I
Henderson,
know
I
it.
love that name.
Oh god.
It sounds like I'm just gonna throw you.
Chuck
I'm glad
Henderson.
Chuck Henderson.
You!
Nah,
No!
but like,
Why would you do this to me,
You're
Liam?
boy.
Liam, why? No.
so like, Mortal Kombat 11. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but you guys are raving about it.
Got you, bitch.
I called you no!
Uh,
Miss me with that! Don't...
I guess I'll crack it. I enjoyed the beta. I didn't buy it yet because I was the poorest one, so I basically leached off a Liam. No, I think the beta's fun. I
yeah.
I do think the beta's fun.
Beta's a bit nice.
I think the only problem I faced with it, and I don't know if anyone else faced it, was the fact that some of the characters you feel quite bulky.
What do you mean by that?
Isn't
Like
that Mortal Kombat anyway?
slow or?
I feel quite like I feel like the characters are quite slow. Like I genuinely think the characters are slow. Like
No, that has.
you know when
been-
you're like the movement speed.
No, that has been a factor. Like people have mentioned this.
That's
coming
not
off of
only
it is-
complaint.
After MKX, we sort of jumped to Injustice 2, and then also Soul Calibur came out, and I'm so used to like double dash forward
Yeah,
to
it's
gain a
And
bit
not
of
Street
movement
Fighter
speed.
at all.
it's
I like
it's the fact. It's also the fact that they say that the map size, like the distances, that's been increased, and the option to sprint is no longer an option. So that's probably why it feels a bit more.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
So
So
with the new control, they've took right trigger as you just keep right trigger as your block. It's not also your meter button because now it's called amplify.
and it
Now amplify is actually it's good having
it's-
two different bars. I feel
I-
like I can do a lot more things, and it's a lot more painful to waste.
I mean, like the
Certain
fatalities in
defense,
the
but I-
new game is like very
you've got-
like holy shit. It's
The
very
graphics has
just
just been kicked up.
any game with graphics like that is going to get kicked up anyway.
I think
Could
the
you
problem
imagine
that
Could you imagine the media outcry that's gonna happen when Mortal Kombat 11 comes out? Man's son rips face off little sister because he saw Baraka do it.
having said that, like fucking-
child throws chain through mum's face.
Baby eats dad's brain.
Dad kicking the ball so hard his whole spine came out.
Oh Jesus. Adam, you need to find the fatalities
Famous
for this. See
actor
when we're
gets
saying this,
pissed off,
see like
kicks
ones
down
that are in the
jaws off.
beta, you just need to like put in the small clips of them of just fucking. What is it? Is it Cassie Cage's fatality or is it Sonya's?
It's Cassie Cage's.
Cassie Cage just full
It's
on
Cassie's.
scale, shooting them all a line, full scale bolting it. How it feels to chew five gum, putting them in the boss.
Like, it's painful to watch. That's what makes these fatalities actually more.
I was
Funny
not
do.
see when I
'Cause-
saw that, I was not expecting it, but I was also pissing myself with laughter.
Well, you cannot help but
Well-
laugh. Honestly, it's actually. It's
Well, it's
amazing.
like Mortal Kombat itself, though. Like Mortal Kombat, like sorry to interrupt, Liam, but like I just want to say, Mortal Kombat of all the fighting games, I think everyone prefers. Like I know you guys don't prefer Street Fighter and that stuff, and I don't play Street Fighter, but like I know people
No.
prefer Mortal Kombat over like say Injustice or Soul Calibur.
Well,
Well-
we're talking about.
Well, the difference between Injustice and Soul Calibur, sorry, I have to cut you off there, but
Oh, no, it's
the
fine.
thing between Soul Calibur and Injustice is probably gonna like crossing a fine line.
Why-
You know, that Soul
one
Calibur
of
is
them
more of a
has
technical
superheroes.
fighter. No, most
Yeah.
Soul Calibur is more of a technical fighter, where because
Yeah.
also it's utilizing all directions, as well as it's got a diverse combo list of using like diagonal, like bottom left, top right. As
And the fact you can kick people off ledges and stuff,
oh, don't get me started
control
on
them
that.
even more.
They literally had to increase the
But,
map
like-
size of every map just to people can get ledge less.
Because there was a lot of legend in
But-
that one. You, like by sheer
and
accident, you try.
And Injustice, I feel like it's a more linear type of style of fighting.
Choose a colour.
Now, what would you think would be harder to play, Injustice or Mortal Kombat? Honestly, I think Mortal Kombat's a lot harder to play, because, to be honest with you, I'm hoping MK11 actually has a tutorial that's sort of, obviously it will,
Aye.
will have a tutorial that's more in depth about, well, especially the new crushing blow is a little different to begin with. But some of the hidden mechanics.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat in general, how it's become a popular fighting game, we're talking
Excuse
about
me.
like we're talking from like an arcade perspective, if you know what I mean. Like this game's been going for a good couple. How many years now? Like,
Alright, I'll check.
Fuck.
Mortal
aye,
Kombat 1.
but it's been going on for a while, and we're talking about
1992.
I
in
think,
this-
isn't it?
From
Just an absolute-
1982.
Jeez, 1992?
Uh,
What's
it's
the
like game.
off by the time? That is like an old game.
It's all done.
But we're talking, but like the thing I like about the developers, like NetherRealms specifically, is that they always seem to up it each time. Like we have to when fucking I think when Injustice 2 was announced, and that was the big talk of our group for a while. If you remember.
Well, yeah, it's because what superhero would you want to be? Probably I'm personally, me speaking right now, I prefer strapping on some wings on my forehead and a red onesie and running really fast.
I prefer being that little
Well,
slashy weeb.
or Jamie's an edgy teenager holding a stick that's way too big for his body.
The farming for the fucking staff of Grayson, man.
But who
Yeah,
y'all
well-
think is going to be your character in Mortal Kombat?
I don't
Personally, I don't know. It's quite a hard one actually. Sonya, actually, I might prefer Sonya when she comes out.
You gotta pick Sonya
Only-
Blade, really?
Yeah.
Is that
Wow.
because she's voiced by Ronda Rousey?
I mean, who wouldn't want to play Ronda Rousey? Huh?
I wouldn't.
Of course she wouldn't. It's Ronda Rousey.
break your arm in bed.
Dean would definitely go for Ronda Rousey.
We see that Jamie's disconnected from this game at Uno.
Oh my god. I keep forgetting to hit B and to no hit B.
We're getting back in that. We're getting back
It's
in
so
there.
irritating.
Again.
On the topic of WWE though, the first main event for WrestleMania is finally going to be the women's triple
Yeah,
threat match
that's the
between
first.
between
That is a
Ronda
big
Rousey
step
and
for
Becky Lynch.
WWE. It's like
Big step for women?
They kind of, for some fans, it's kind of been like, oh no, they fucked up. They fucked up again. Now it's getting to that point where they're
Well-
just doing it just to try amp it up as possible.
Well, think about it. They've sort of it predictable. I mean, we all know who's
Yeah,
going to
like-
win. We all know what's going to happen, but they could be like, oh, here's Ronda Rousey taking fucking the SmackDown belt away. I mean, it's not possible. It's overshined everything on the main event card.
I mean, right now,
The whole
right,
card in general.
it used to be where fans wanted Ronda versus Becky. Charlotte was not supposed to be anywhere near there. Then they replaced it with Charlotte. Then they fucking replaced it with what you call it? What's her face? Ronda Rousey. Like it is a triple threat. Then they add the SmackDown Women's title.
Wow.
That is kind of like a.
Oh,
piss
sure.
take, you know what I mean?
Sort of
Uh,
unnecessary.
Just to cue in there a wee bit about that entire thing. It's a big step for women as well, if you think about it. Because
Of course.
like, if we're talking, like, I think everyone's familiar with how WWE's treated women in the past as well. Like, they've not been the best represented throughout any of theirs. I mean, bikini matches
Like,
as well as
TNA.
was it Tori
like,
Wilson? Aye.
Yeah, Tori Wilson. Like, I mean, like some of the like back in the day, like people who like Tori Wilson and stuff, they're still respected to this day. But like compared to TNA, TNA was pish. TNA is always gonna be pish. No offense, but then they had a better women's division than WWE did, and that's saying something. So
Well-
like, this year's I'm just saying like this year's WrestleMania could be a fun one, but it needs to be the right one. If you know what I mean. So Kofi needs to win. That's for sure. Seth needs to win. That's also for sure. Becky also needs to win. So they
Aye,
don't
but-
really necessarily need to win, but like, if they want a happy WrestleMania, with the first time with Roman being back as well, they kind of need to kind of like make it this way. You know what I mean? We're
I
watching
can
it live
understand
anyway,
that.
so
Well, we're watching it live anyway. It's probably, I actually don't know. It might be the biggest It's got the biggest matches, or the largest matches of
Yeah,
WrestleMania history. Because what is it, 17
Definitely.
matches apparently? To
How
about
many
7
hours?
hours.
yeah,
long.
yeah. It's supposed to be how many hours? It's supposed to be 7.5 hours.
7
I-
and a
my-
half hours.
My body is not prepared for this.
That's like just as short as the new Avengers movie. That's just as longer than the Avengers movie that's coming out.
Aye, by a long
Yeah.
stretch, mate.
Aye,
It's 3
right.
hours for Avengers. This is 7
aye.
hours.
7.
7.
7 hours.
I hate the lot of yous.
Speaking like 7 hours, is like speaking of like the actual.
Stop saying that
Uh,
number, please. It's gonna get Jamie going.
7.
Speaking of runtime in Marvel and stuff like that, I don't know if anyone's heard about the news about Marvel.
Oh yeah,
They got shut
Fox has now.
Avengers,
No,
that's
Marvel,
it. After that, it's
Marvel,
all of it, like,
Disney has now bought
That
Fox
was their final.
Studios from, I guess, the guy who owned Fox. I can't remember who it was, but I know he owned News of the World.
The
Uh,
Hound.
By any chance,
this
was
is
his
a
name
big thing.
Fox?
Was his pal the
No,
Hound?
but like. they got
Heavy dope movie.
no,
Heavy
but
dope.
How many
sum it up,
sevens are being played here? People try to get me going right now.
Jesus.
Continue, Ross.
Enough.
But to sum it up, Marvel has just recently bought the rights to Fox. I think it's Fox. They've also bought the rights to their characters that are Marvel alone, such as the X-Men,
X-Men,
all their properties,
Fantastic
as well as Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. Meaning that most of the Marvels come back, except from Spider-Man's property, which is now still owned by Sony.
Isn't the Hulk still owned by Universal, just loaned out?
It's just a loan. They're just rented out the
It's still
Hulk.
loan.
Rented version of the Hulk.
Rented out Mark Ruffalo. I wouldn't mind renting
It's like Gimp version. It's like Gimp version of Blockbusters, isn't it?
No, I didn't challenge, you know.
Just saw that button too. No, I see when we talk about like Marvel the new, and like the fact that we're getting like this is I think a lot of people like fucking Chris Evans, Captain America, and Robert Downey Jr. are supposedly leaving after this. This is their contract up, meaning we'll get no more Iron Man movies and no more Captain America movies.
Well, different
I think they've had
realities.
enough.
And they've had enough.
Who knows?
But I think like personally, I could see RJ still staying because he loves Iron Man, and also it's the only money he'll probably ever get for the rest of his life. Like 50 million per film. Who would want to stay? Honestly, I wouldn't mind
Now,
staying.
what Uno do you want to bump him?
Because man.
I'd laugh if you just took my deck.
What else is there?
Just like squares.
Because like I know that
There is.
Fantastic Four and X-Men, because X-Men's Dark Phoenix is coming out, isn't it?
Yeah, that's coming out.
Yeah, it's still coming out.
Oh,
I
I
forgot
might
it
have,
existed,
I might
honestly.
have saw the trailer and I completely forgot about it.
I mean, everyone did.
Yeah, I know. No one gives a shit.
Well, my main question is,
has Jean Grey.
you see
Alright,
these-
cool.
you see these like incredible movies, and you got to wonder how did they get their name? It's like I imagine a team of writers
Some dude
and
was
the
really
directors
high.
all sitting there tapping their hats, going, what type of name can we give this?
I mean, you could say this, Liam. You could say the same of. Do you know how in I think it's Cloudy by a Chance of Meatballs, the one where they return back and it's all a forest and they're like they go into the forest and they're like oh my god, shrimpanzees. Somebody sat down and got paid to make those names up.
And they're laughing right now.
Just that
Yes,
mad
they got
insane
money, we do.
person sitting there laughing in the corner. You say like
Kind of makes you
shrimpanzee.
think. No, I kind of if like chimpanzees and like I think it was Spider Burger
I don't
or
know.
something like that.
Spider Burger!
I'm not. Like it was like Spider. I remember the movie like it was fucking yesterday as well. And you think to yourself like, if I can make up shit like that, you think you'd be a billionaire by like the end of like the
This
month?
year?
It was-
I
Like, can you can that guy claim copyright for shrimpanzees now?
I think you can.
like he probably
Like,
could.
does he own the rights to the word shrimpanzee? That's a
So Marco
horrifying
13,
image
now we have
hear,
to
actually.
ask him to say, can we say chimpanzee?
What was it? It was something about flamingos. I can't mind. Oh, flamingos. That was it.
Flamingos.
Goes
Flamingos.
Okay, right, now they're taking the piss.
I know there was like a strawberry. There was a like
Yeah,
a
it was just a big
strawberry called
strawberry.
Berry.
Just called
Oh, it's
Berry.
called Berry or something like that.
Can we get a Cloudy Chance of Meatballs Marvel version? Just get the Marvel Cloudy with a
Christ.
Chance
No.
of Hulk. Just
No,
like
yeah.
Captain
Cutie Walk.
Plate.
Can anybody imagine? I'm going to pop up like
Captain
an image
Meatball.
in like Google Images, like the there's a little strawberry from Claudia Chance Meatballs, and I just want people to imagine that thing with Thanos' glove.
The Infinity
Do you know-
Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Wait, black spaghetti?
Knew that
You know,
Adam
Black
sort
Widow
of mentioned
Black
can we get a version of like any Marvel movies like Claudia Chance Meatballs? I can only think of the Iron Microwave.
Oh,
The Iron Microwave.
Yeah,
This thing
That'd be
with
funny, wouldn't
Thanos' gauntlet. It's adorable.
I meant to say, also guys, Batman just turned 80. So happy birthday, Bat.
oh bastard.
Batman's an
What version of Batman?
bastard, like,
Aye.
Oh fuck boys,
fucking
a three-way, you know.
Oh, 80.
Oh, bastard.
Oh,
that
them.
one.
No, he just turned 80, so happy birthday. Ben Affleck, Christian Bale,
Jesus,
Val
they're all
Kilmer.
old.
Happy.
Like, oh my god.
Do you think there's like a
What
What
secret
they used to be
society?
so young?
Like, do you think there's a secret society in life that they go to this door? See if we all went to be open it, we just see an empty warehouse. But anybody who's played Batman walks in, they see a bunch of like, Batman actors having cake and dancing because it's his 80th birthday.
So
Or
this
they
is the
walk in.
world's cheat room, so to speak. From
Aye,
Fallout.
No. So they
Enter
pretty
it,
much
got
walk
everything
in.
in your life.
So they walk into each other. You know, it's kind of like an underground society. They all dress up in their Batman costumes. They all kind of go, Batman, happy birthday, Batman, happy birthday, Batman. They all
Do
go
you
for
think
champagne.
Alfred has his own version as well? Or is it all the same Alfred?
Happy birthday, Alfred.
Could you, pure dull note here, but could you imagine Alfred's funeral and everybody dressed as Batman?
It could be like that from the Dark Knight film where they all dressed up as Batman.
No,
Fight vigilantes and stuff. Alright, okay. Alfred, we're all
Alfred's
here.
funeral. How does Batman go? Because Alfred also assists Batman and Bruce Wayne. So what one does he show up with?
It's like, wait,
what one's his
Basically,
best pal and
half
what one
Batman,
is?
half Bruce. Literally, like
Do you think that's
Two-Face,
like
half Batman,
Two-Face?
half Bruce.
Bruceman.
do you think that's the day that all villains, put their differences, villains and vigilantes put their differences aside and they all come to his funeral? So you can see Batman sitting next to Joker and Two-Face.
No, I can
mourning
imagine
the
Joker
death of him.
just strapped my dildo to the fucking coffin.
But no,
Haha, dildo.
there's been like...
Do
got,
it
like,
have the little
Joker's
bang
teeth on the
gun?
end of the
It's
knob.
got that coming out there.
Bye bye, Batman. Laugh at.
But, no, there's been plenty of comics where Alfred's died. I think.
Well, I
There's
know
a-
comics that
There's a
Alfred has
comic
died.
out there where there's a comic where Batman got shot and Alfred planned the whole thing. We didn't plan the actual murder.
What you got
but,
now,
like,
buddy?
He planned
Benefit
that.
fraud.
He planned that, like, he was like, oh, Master Wayne's like a he lost his parents and now he wants to go be a crime fighter, so he like paid all these actors to be the Joker, and he was the Joker, but he paid like people be the Riddler, Two-Face and all that, so Batman didn't feel like he was so he could heal, like that was his way of coping. And I kind of look back on that comic and I think Alfred's a sick fuck, isn't he? Because like
So, like,
at
yes.
one point, like, if during that entire run, Batman actual Bruce must have got into a mugging and got he actually got physically shot by a real mugger. Not any of the actors that Alfred paid for got actually shot, and at that point, Alfred must have went, fuck! I've just shot my ward. I haven't said that. Fucking Bruce Wayne's also shot his ward. Fucking
speaking of Batman, right? Do you think? Imagine do you know that show, right? The TV show where you have to go up to like these rich people, right, investors, and pitch them his idea or product. How about if Batman does that, but with the Batman suit? Just be like, "Hey, I've got this product here, and
Hold on,
I just want you
pause.
to sell you it."
Pause. The Batman suit. You mean the Bat suit?
The Batman suit, yeah, the Bat suit.
the big.
The bat.
You know where the bat logo is? It's just a big THE.
A
With the
THG.
copyright symbol on the boot.
Huh.
Like I said,
Uh,
copyright symbol on the boot.
No, but
Hold on.
Trademark on his
Something just popped. Something just popped out my head there, Ross.
Yeah.
So Alfred works as a butler. He is
Yes.
working. So, wonder about how many hours he does. What he's getting paid. Like, do you think he just gets paid? He does his
Just
job in that house and he gets paid to live there?
No, do you think he's still in
Or
the
does he
shift?
live there for his payment?
No, do you think?
You know that?
Do you think he's still in the same shift that he started on? He's still on the one shift.
Oh, that's like
He's
one
on the
day.
same
The butler was
shift.
supposed to come, but he just murdered him instead.
He's on like an 80-year shift.
Aye. As soon as he leaves, that's when he
How
gets
old's
his pay.
Alfred? He's got to be fucking 180 or something.
Too old.
He's still young enough to fucking whip Batman's ass on the occasion. I mean, if you ever read the speaking
That
of
is
Injustice
some
earlier,
Athletic
Injustice
180 old.
Injustice 1, the comic that came out for that, fucking Alfred slapped the shit out of Superman.
Like, hey,
Probably his
get over your weight, shit.
kryptonite palmed ring, just smack him across the face.
Like, it was,
Alfred's
you know
a
how
pimp.
like in the if anyone
Kryptonite
remembers
knuckles.
the storyline in Injustice 1, they all took a pill and they gave them like Superman's Superman's powers.
Oh, I know
like
that.
A warded
Yeah.
eye. So Alfred took that and like it was like don't it was the biggest "don't talk to me or my son ever again" to Superman. He basically
that's-
beat the shit out of him as a butler,
That is a powerful contraceptive pill.
and then he died. He died.
He died.
Hold on.
Oh, no,
Time out. Hold that
He
back
took
a
a pill,
second.
then
So
he
you're
died.
telling me he took this pill, fought a really tall cunt, and then died? Sounds like a
Aye.
meat garage.
No, he died by he died by a guy by the name of Victor Zsasz, who's just a serial killer.
Zaz? Who has a fucking last name Zaz?
No, he's just a serial
Another-
killer. He just cut.
He's like the
For
world's
anyone who
biggest
watches
he's-
Gotham, you'll know who that is.
Like he's just a
true.
straight up serial killer.
Is it Nemo?
He's just a serial killer. He's got no superpowers or anything. He just kills them in his sleep.
What
That's
a bitch.
yeah. What a dick.
Just
He's like the Liam. He reminds me of the guy who shot me in PUBG earlier. He's just a serial killer as well. Just kills
That's
him
great
for no
top.
reason.
That's great topic, isn't it? Aye.
Yeah.
Something that happened almost like 7 years ago.
7.
I know,
Try
right?
about. No, saying that.
You go off again.
Saying that though, I recently watched the Madeleine McCann documentary.
Right,
Hey, we're getting it, touch
She's
you
needs
what?
to get over it.
No, we're getting it touchy water. Alright, I'm gonna put the age-old question. What the fuck happened to her? What do you think?
I think she's dead.
Right, we'll go around circle,
Christ.
right? Ross,
Oh,
who do you why do you
I
happened to
think
Ryan
I
McCann?
think the mum did it.
As
think
did
the one
everyone
did it.
else in Scotland.
it's surprising.
I
I know it's
she
surprising how many
posted
people
a
like.
book. No, like she made a book and then offered like the documentary to be made. She's obviously wanting something from it. Like her mortgage bills must be like either just fucking massive.
Ross, I'm
she's-
sorry, she can't. Like, you can't claim child benefits on a missing child.
I'm not saying that she is. I'm just saying she's probably doing this all for fame and she's getting the money for it.
I mean, like
Well, her husband.
my
Her husband probably has
my
the same
opinion,
humour.
right? But do you know her husband apparently is on the sex offenders register?
Isn't it?
I found this out recently.
How do you know that? Do you just Google the sex offender list and just scroll through CBC and the funny names?
He's waiting to see if his name's on it yet.
Like, there's Jim Graff kids.
No, but like, no, it came up on Facebook and everyone's like, "Oh, did you know that he's on the sex offenders list?" And they just put his name and file on it, and you're like, "Oh God!"
Jenky
How do we
got,
not know
Jenky
this?
got really drunk at a party at one point. He was like, "I hear boys, watch this."
Outstanding move.
Actually, all this time it was the dad. He was watching it. It was Madeline at the fucking bed.
Yeets her off the fucking balcony.
So that's a documentary I want to see.
He just gets,
Do you guys,
he just gets shit-faced drunk, pulls Madeline out of bed, folds her up like a paper aeroplane and yeets her at the window.
Do you see the tweet that said something in Scotland made? I can't remember what it was saying. It was on Twitter that said, like, imagine Madeline's ma applying to go on Britain's Got Talent as a magician. She takes her top hat off, waves her magic wand, pulls her wand at tip tap, pulls Maddie at the fucking Top.
She's just golden buzzer right now.
I saw that.
I'd literally make a platinum
At the same
buzzer for
age,
that.
that would be even more.
I saw that tweet posted on Facebook.
But yeah, my
Got a
opinion
lot of
on
good
most
stuff
of
there.
Madeline McCann. It's like I want to believe that Madeline's still alive because it's a shame. Remember, she's only like a 3-year-old.
Oh, she'd be
Like,
16
No,
now, would she
anymore. She's 16 this year.
She's
mate.
16 now.
Aye.
She'll be 16 now.
She's legal for you.
She's legal for everybody.
No, Matthew, isn't it?
But no,
Well, is it if it was
actually,
Audrey
Leon,
and
like-
I knew it and I wouldn't know?
You would know
Well,
she's
no,
got
you
this
wouldn't.
eye thing. You would know
No,
she's
but you
eyes.
still
How would you
your
know?
eyes, but
On the news, they say this woman, or child at this point, has a
she was-
16 eye mark that you could easily tell.
But at that point, like, none of us know what she'll look like grown up now, so it's.
Yeah, it's
Your eyes don't
it is a
change when you grow
but-
up. That's the thing.
But
Your
no,
eyes
it's a
don't
shame
change.
though.
I can agree, it's a shame.
Like,
I
'cause
think
that's.
I think that she.
That's
What I
a
like
wee
to think is
lassie,
that the
though.
parents gave her like some sort of like sleeping pills, overdid it. She died, and then they panicked. That's what I think. But I could be wrong. She could still be alive somewhere in
Folded
Mexico
her
or
into a box.
Portugal. Yeah.
Folded
It's
her
like-
up.
Could,
Do
Yeah,
you
they've
think
done
they actually
that.
done the scene? Do you think they done the scene to be Monsters Inc? Another Sully loses bone. He thinks he's wanting like the grinding for the trash. It's just mad in a
why,
box.
why is Monster Inc. and Madam McCann such topics together? It's like
Some-
Sully, we love Maddie.
Oh no, mate, no. Randall is that guy who took her. He's trying to fucking get into the moon.
Mike's mum, Sully's the dad.
Monsters Inc.'s based on the findings
Hold
of
on.
Madeline McCann.
Hold on, I just got a text through like the police and they're on their way.
But,
You think if I said that, like I said that to Maddie's mum and dad, like I'd get a fine.
Probably.
Like,
you touched
Speaking
on
of
it, like,
documentaries,
They
I
probably
know this is a little
high-five
bit
you.
old, but like it's still sort of relevant. Michael Jackson's.
no, I'm not getting
Aye,
into the
that's-
topic of Michael Jackson.
Aye,
No.
that's a.
I'm not.
The only thing I
I'm
will
staying
say
well
by it
away
is
from
you've been
that.
touched by, you've been stroked by a mass predator.
No, I don't know that. He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
So what? It's funny to make funny.
Yeah, but
What's he gonna do? Rise for his grave and go he on me?
Well, he did Thriller.
So he did.
But another actual dark topic to bring up is
Your touched
PewDiePie?
on it.
no,
PewDiePie.
no, PewDiePie's
lost.
he's
He's lost the war.
Lost the
He's
war.
lost the war.
Do you think he kills? Really?
I don't think he really
Yes
cares. I
and
just
no.
think he did it
The
for
amount of money
Ah.
that he gets paid, nah.
Oh, aye. No, I think
mean-
he did care a little bit because
Wow.
of the. Because I think I played it early for you guys. It was a song that he made, Congratulations, where he actually revealed what T-Series has been doing because they're actually they had connection to the mafia. They started their business.
What,
selling
really?
pirated aye.
What?
T-Series
I
had
don't. No. They waited there.
no, listen, no in his video, the music video,
Jamie,
he's
search
been
that
saying
up.
it if aye, look it up. It's in the video. It's on like in. They've had connections to the mafia. They've been doing tax evasion, and they started their business with like pirated copies of CDs or something like that. That's what Felix said.
What's the
on the video.
timestamp for the thing?
I don't know the timestamp for it.
Thing is, how does PewDiePie know
It's
this?
during his first research.
research? If I ever come
Most
across
of
Is
that,
it
why is
lyrics
most of-
or is it what?
It's
Go
in his,
to-
it's in his lyrics. Aye,
Alright,
it's
I'm
in
no
his lyrics.
I'll search up the lyrics for it because I can't play that shit.
What I was gonna say is, he doesn't care. Like, could you imagine being like in PewDiePie's scenario? You get 76 million subscribers, and you're just sitting happily on
90
your
now,
phone on top of
mate.
YouTube. Is he 90? Oh fuck me, man!
Aye,
I got nailed
jumped
that.
about-
No, nearly hundreds.
Like 91 mil, I believe.
No way, he's 91 mil. How did
believe
T-Series
that.
pass him?
I'll give that a quick look.
T-Series has got like, I think it's a 60,000.
Aye, 92 million, man. Fuck me.
Yeah,
For
it's-
People got their thing for
it's
that.
PewDiePie.
But
he probably goes into his bank. Like he could probably buy YouTube if he wants to fix all the stuff wrong with it. But do you think he ever gets?
T-Series
Think
is like
he ever has money
92 million
problems?
85, while
Uh.
PewDiePie is 92 and 26.
92 million. It's a
So
big
T-Series
number.
is 59,000 subscribers away from PewDiePie.
If actually, I know I talk about this on YouTube. I don't know if it's just me that's receiving this in my feed, but and Jamie as well, because me and him are massive fans of Minecraft.
Hello, my cry.
Have been for
Oh,
quite
yeah.
a while, and I've been seeing this live stream on YouTube that is the most pointless thing I've ever seen in my life. It is captioned, and I'm reading this off it now. Will it break?
Oh my god,
Minecraft
I've seen
live
that.
stream were breaking bedrock. So somebody set up a macro of something with an infinite diamond pickaxe that's never going to run out of durability. He's just sitting there hitting a brick.
I'm pretty
Hit
sure
a block.
durability only
It's
goes
never gonna
down
break.
once you break a block.
Oh, I know. So, and this guy's getting money to this. What am I
Like-
doing sitting here playing a game of fucking Uno when I could just do that? Oh, I could be a
Well,
money
that's-
now.
All you need to do is just get into like a global confrontation with
I've got the lyrics here,
a
by the way.
company. Am I right? Did he say
It's-
like?
The verse goes from what I'm seeing as, now you're number one, hope you did nothing wrong, like starting your business by selling pirated songs, oops, didn't think they'd see, it's right there in Wikipedia, get used to your past being held against you by the media, I'm sure right now that there's nothing that you're doing, that's, oh, fuck's sake, I'm sure right now there's nothing that you're doing that's illegal, yeah, I'm certain that you haven't had fuck my god, my brain is not working today. I'm certain that you haven't
fine.
had collusions with the mafia for legal reasons, that's a joke, for legal reasons, that's a joke. And
So he
for
did-
serious
so-
Indian mafia, please don't kill me, that's a joke. And it does mention the mafia, but it says it's a joke.
So there's
but
no.
it's not really confirming that they did work with the mafia, but it did say that they sold pirate songs.
Well, if they did work with the mafia, that would be fucking crazy.
It would because having said that, like I don't know if anyone like watched that music. Has anyone seen his music video other than the
No.
time I just showed you? If
No.
you do watch it, if you look to the point where he gets his end verse when he's talking about how like, he was just a guy who was screaming at battles and like when he was like really starting off and he was a nobody, like. You got the indication that he slightly cared about it. Like he slightly cared about like everyone who was a part of it. He
Well-
may not care about the actual business, like the whole thing now, but you can tell like that whole wee drive gave him a wee bit of boost because like he's been under a lot of fire for like the good
Well,
portion of 2
this
years now.
man from 92 million, and he's been doing it for how many years? 7 years. Like, could you imagine having sort of the Bollywood style YouTube channel that is just
A
suddenly
company.
skyrocketed from into a company? There you go.
It's a whole
A company
company.
would skyrocket to the top of the internet and the talk of the past. What was it? Whole of 2018 almost, halfway through
Aye.
2018. There was a big
Pretty
whole
much.
talk about that. Everyone's talking about how they was going to surprise them. And like you said, they did. You would care, kind of care a little bit.
Why?
And then
You can,
I could
I
just
can
go,
see
"Ah,
why he
let's
cares
get some-"
because he did it himself. They're just a company, so it's one person versus how many odds?
I don't know.
So I'd be kind of. I could see why you'd be upset about it.
that's
Like,
heartbreaking.
you kind of just like
It's
that
extremely
stuff.
heartbreaking.
It's just
Because like at the end of the day, when you think about it, like I'm sure everyone at some point did like watch like his like I think it's Insomnia. Was that the game or was it
Amnesia.
Amnesia? Aye. Everyone watched it, and I can still remember Stefan and Mr. Chair, and like when I think back, I think of like like he was like part of your childhood. Like that's what children from
Yes. A random
No, like-
Swedish man screaming names at me was part of my childhood.
But it is for a lot of people
Tobuscus
nowadays.
was mine.
They grew
No,
up.
PewDiePie. I
Like,
watched Tobuscus.
Tobuscus. But we grew up, like, a lot of people
I watched
nowadays will
Syndicate.
say, like, not a lot of people will say that they grew up with, like, fucking Barney the Dinosaur or, like Teletubbies. When you,
I grew up watching
talk
Happy
to
Wheels.
somebody...
What age demographic we talk about here? Because I wouldn't be like 7 years old watching Teletubbies.
No, like,
Mate,
I'm talking
Teletubbies
to,
was
like,
terrifying.
like the generations below us, if you know what I mean. Like most of their life is kind of behind that monitor, and them watching Tobuscus like come and get these rape allegations. Like, if anyone remembers that.
I really don't want to get into the topic of rape allegations.
Oh yeah, they're the worst.
A topic for another. It's just throwing that. Just a topic for another time.
Speaking,
but, like,
here's a topic that's relevant to YouTube, though, right? Do you guys remember the guy who tried to take down YouTube?
What one?
Who's this?
There's
This the guy
probably
called-
been quite a few.
Is this?
There's
Like,
quite a few.
I
But
don't,
this guy,
I don't know his
he's-
name. His name is I Hate Everything.
No, not
You've seen him?
It's oh yeah, I've seen him.
I've watched him.
He eats everything. It's the YouTuber Matt Watson, the ginger guy.
Ah, I see
no,
why he's
yeah.
trying to take down YouTube.
He's trying to take YouTube down because pedos are like commenting on like children's like stuff, and he's saying, "Oh, YouTube should demonetize every sort of YouTube video." I think it was, and it was like crazy. He was getting advertisers like Disney and stuff to pull their ads from Disney, and YouTube not getting the money, and their creators are also suffering to that point.
It's a weird. It's
But what's weird is
thing
the guy is creepy
to
himself.
fix.
He's very creepy. Like, honestly, he made weird videos with a blow up doll, and like talking to random women and harassing them. It was, he's just so creepy, man.
Reminds me of those prank videos you used to see, like that are clearly fake.
It's just a prank,
Like,
it's just a
walk-
prank.
Like what? Like just literally, the title was starting fights with people for no reason, and the first video, somebody's like a good distance away. He's got his camera and he's zooming in, and you can see he's got his tank top on and his backpack when he walks up to somebody, starts antagonising them, literally no joke, throws his backpack off, pulls his t-shirt off, and tries to start a fight. The guy wasn't caring, didn't want to get in a fight, turned around and just went, pop, one in the face. That was it. And then the camera suddenly faded to black. Like, what was the entertainment value of that? I just saw somebody get punched.
I just saw somebody get cracked
That's
a belter.
Why? Well, you think I'm a content creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could make any type
Yeah.
of video I want. Let me go get punched in the face. That
See,
seems
like,
fair. That seems like a well.
Innocent, nice pranks, right? Pranks like that, like that are generally there to kind of help people. Like Mr. Beast, I know he does a few pranks, and like he gives people like $15,000 and stuff.
I doubt
Like that's
that.
fine. Ah, well, they're probably actors anyway.
Well, like the pranks that appeal you, like that everyone like remember, like you're like whoopee cushion, that shit.
That's a
And now we've
prank.
got, like, but now we've
Grabbing
got, like,
girls' butts and making out with them or giving there's a fucking blowjob video. Oh my god!
Is that not like they're playing rock paper scissors? And it's like if I win,
Yeah,
you give
like-
me a blowjob.
Oh,
yeah, it's the
no.
same guy. It's the same guy, and he. Oh,
Is it?
Fucks. Aye.
But
Like
by no joke, Ross. This lassie, no offense to her, but she's pushing the age limit. Like
Scraping the bottom
he's
of the
like
barrel.
scraping the beat me to it. Right, so now that we've got something to speak, gonna start a portion of the podcast where I'm gonna start reading it Would You Rathers. Everyone kinda likes these. And I'm a big fan of them too. So
yeah.
I'm gonna start and I'm gonna get answers on them. So I'll start with this
Okay.
one is would you rather have increased growing fingernails or increased growing toenails? This is like a mutation type thing. Like they grow
Probably-
rapid.
Can you cut them at any point? Like cut them?
Well, yeah. So you can cut. Yeah, you can cut them.
So how long does the
yeah.
the growth begin? Do you like does it last for a day? Like
Well, as you looked at your fingernails are growing now, it would just be like 10 times faster than that.
So you need to cut them like every hour?
Day, probably. Like, hour actually.
I'd probably say
Think of the practicality.
fingernails.
Think of your
Less
shoe.
painful.
Think of your shoe sizes. They'd probably be less painful now.
I'm gonna have to go with fingernails.
Fingernails, yeah, I'd say fingernails.
Yeah. I'd actually honestly go for fingernails too. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
it's
see,
just
the
too much to
tutorials
handle.
are just so much effort.
I'd rather
It
look
would
like like a some type of like Sabretooth from like X-Men. I'd rather look like fucking him than like than like the Wendigo with like my big ass toenails.
Okay, Kevin,
Oh,
go on.
I just want to point out, I've got actually something to say. Modern Warfare 4, right? Apparently one has specialists or battle royale mode.
Wait, there's a new Modern Warfare being made?
Oh, that's what people are saying. That's what
People are saying Modern
Modern Warfare
Warfare 4.
4.
You realise Modern Warfare 4 isn't really, you know, the really good one? Oh, it's been remastered.
Wait, is
But that technically count as a
Modern
Modern Warfare 4?
I mean,
I don't know.
technically, at this point,
It's called COD.
Call
It's
of
called
Duty.
COD 4, isn't it?
Call of Duty's kind of
Shite.
like
It's not as good as it used to be.
It's
I
not as
think, honestly.
it's it's trying to be one of the popular kids. Like it's trying to like follow the trends of today, like the whole battle royale system.
If
Like,
I see
the only
another,
good-
if I
Oh,
see
yeah, the
another,
Mario.
if I see another battle royale game, like, can we please leave it at Apex Legends, and that's the
Oh,
genre.
do you,
I've been with.
do you remember Angry Joe? And he was like, "Hey Joe, do you want to play another zombie game?" Now it's, "Hey Joe, do you want to play another battle royale game?"
I miss that actual zombie game.
honestly, like it's a battle royale zombie game. That is something interesting instead of the regular 100, survive shit. But like, honestly, it's so boring now. Like Fortnite,
Alright.
pish. PUBG, broken, but still at least is entertaining. COD's, I don't know what even more. Battlefield is getting one. Fucking Battlefield's having a battle royale mode.
Oh, like Firebreak or something like that, you know?
Yeah,
feel
it's
so-
Firebreak, something
I
like
don't
that.
know why, but see for Battlefield, I feel as though it would work.
Do you think?
Bigger map.
For Battlefield,
Bigger
because
map,
they've
I
always
guess.
had like mostly 60 versus 60 half the time. I
It
feel
was
as though it would actually
60
work.
versus 60.
It was always large scale.
50. But when Fortnite had its 50v50, it was sort of no good.
Aye, but like in the ways of hang mate, for Battlefield, like just its general mode was like 50v50, 60v60 stuff. I thought that was just a normal mode.
See if Battlefield was to adopt Fortnite's 50 versus 50, I think that could work.
I just
It'd be really weird in this scenario that like the medic class would be the most played for only having the med kit box.
Defibs.
But could you imagine?
Yeah.
Like how bad the utility of defibs are?
it's not that. I remember when zombie games had this problem where it's like, oh, it's too many zombie games these days, and now it is too many battle royale games. I think I read, I think it was on YouTube. I saw the title of it, but it was like Borderlands 3 confirmed not to have a battle royale mode. I found that quite
Thank God.
funny. I was
Thank Christ.
hooling at that. Like that was one of
FIFA Battle Royale, can't wait.
the ball was just a big spike at that point, like a mace.
Wait,
Wembley.
there's only one sports game I would see having a Battle Royale mode, and that's WWE. It's already got it, Royal Rumble.
I thought you were gonna say Wii Sports.
What? When did Wii Sports get into this?
I feel like we went off a bit like way off topic here.
Why?
We're from Call of Duty to Battle Royale.
No,
to
we
Wii
went
Sports.
from Grass Simulator to now.
Oh.
Ladies and
Shut
gentlemen,
up.
this is our first podcast, so we're still trying.
Yeah,
Be
very
gentle.
loose.
I honestly don't think that they need to be aware it's our first podcast.
I think they can
Literally the first
genuinely
bit is-
tell.
The first 30 seconds alone was filled with
Random
newish things.
shit.
But I don't know. Hold on, I think I've got a topic of discussion right here.
Basically,
wrote some-
let's have this as the final topic of the podcast. Ross,
The
would you
final-
explain your topic.
I think the final topic it's a wee basic topic, but it is about. I don't think most of us would know about it. I think one of us would know, and that would probably be you, Adam, because I think they don't really know about us, and they don't know what the channel's going to entail future down the line. So it's best like we give them a quick update on
This is
things
a
that are
really
going to be
long
up and coming.
topic.
That is.
Aye, but it's an up and coming thing. It's just to
Well,
it's
the
to help
topic?
people on. It's basically Adam's to let the people know who we are in this thing, like, what we do. Because we should have probably
Like, is
started
that-
with that. But
Like, is that the topic?
no, but it's a good closing.
Really? You're leaving that as the closing?
Well, we should have done it
Disappointed.
Well,
We
here.
should have done it as a start.
Well, how about I'm gonna find a question and I'll leave it with the audience to decide what would they rather?
Would you rather we
Would you
stop
rather-
now?
Or would you rather we
never.
continue?
Would you rather us have a clean audio or just get us to quit YouTube?
Or would you
Right.
rather us play it,
Here's the thing. Got it for you. This is the moneymaker. This is for the audience as well as all you. What would you rather drink? 1 litre of mayonnaise or 1 litre of brown sauce?
Oh Jesus! Right.
would you do?
Why?
That's just
Why?
wrong, mate.
And I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
Well,
Well, this has been the podcast.
Well,
Yeah,
this is
Was
this
it-
is
what-
a
what-
really weird episode of Chat and Chill. I'd just like to thank our guys here. I'd like to thank the no sponsors that we have.
Sponsored by Monsters Energy Drink. If we had it.
Sponsored by Liam Gate. Wait, no, I've
Liam
got one.
Gate.
Sponsored by All Crusty Pro Wrestling for your wrestling news.
Oh my
Oh.
Christ above.
But
Yeah.
no,
But
thanks for
I'd like to thank you. Sorry, Ross, but I would like to thank our guys here. I'd like to thank Liam, Red Crusty Tip. I'd also like to thank Jamie
Follow me on
Zandel.
Twitter at King Krusty.
Yeah, follow him on Twitter. I'd like to also thank Ross here, aka Amazing Stilts.
we'll be. I assume we're gonna keep doing these podcasts, depending.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay.
We'll do it.
You'll see me on up and coming skits, and you can follow me on DC Ross Hair 99. I think I'm called _99
On
on
Instagram?
Instagram.
It's a weird Instagram.
Aye, DC Ross Hair _99.
Alright, and I've been Adam Allen Henderson, Czechoslovakia, the head of Three's Company 9. I really
I mean,
appreciate
you
you
forgot
guys
to thank
listening.
one
yeah, I know. You know,
The one recording it.
I thanked you earlier! I was just saying
No, but
Jamie Martin,
we've only
the
done it.
Zandil.
We've only done it earlier.
Oh
Yeah,
my
well done.
god.
True.
Anyway,
Wait,
I'd
wait.
like to thank Jamie Martin for joining us here as well as
You may follow me on Twitter
watching this.
at the Zandil 2 eyes because people think it's a sandal. Right.
Right, anyway,
Catch you guys.
thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you next episode.